The president, after meeting West Palm Beach leaders and Palm Beach County leaders at PBIA, made his way to Jupiter for that fundraiser along the inlet at the Pelican Club. WPTV's Chris Gilmore there for most of the day outside the Pelican Club, where the president hoped to cash in, as so many candidates do, on the area's wealthy donor base. Chris?
Yeah, Michael, we were on the outside looking in, but believe it or not, here along A1A, I was about a short stone's throw away from the president's motorcade and was able to see him wave at onlookers as he made his way into the Pelican Club right here behind me. We also saw the massive law enforcement presence that is garnered from multiple agencies, including the Jupiter Police Department, Palm Beach Sheriff's Office, and the Secret Service, of course. They started way into yesterday, an effort that was largely kept under wraps, but onlookers couldn't help but notice as things ramped up earlier this morning. We saw people on all sides of the fence, Biden Trump supporters, and those in the middle. We did have a chance to speak to some of them who say that choosing Palm Beach County as a place for a fundraiser seems like a logical choice.
I didn't know it was a fundraising opportunity, but it seems logical to me. I mean, there's a lot of right side support here, and he's trying to tackle some of that maybe, or get into some of that. So I think this is probably a pretty good location for him.
So in all, the spectacle at the Pelican Club didn't last long, about an hour and a half or so, but the president didn't waste any time touching on some big topics of his campaign, including speaking under the banner of restoring the soul of America. He did take time to tout his accomplishments during his time in the White House, including achieving high vaccination numbers for COVID, the battle against Big Pharma, his passage of the American Rescue Plan, and of course taking a few jabs at his likely opponent in the presidential race, former President Donald Trump. We did see him on his quick exit out of the Pelican Club. Next stop, Miami, where we know that he's already landed, making a busy day in South Florida, also taking time to say hi to his brother Frank, who we know is from the area. Reporting live in Jupiter, Chris Gilmore, WPTV News Channel 5. Back to you.
Chris Gilmore, thank you. And that Pelican Club fundraiser today, hosted by local noted attorney Sean Dominic and his longtime business associate. The president's motorcade ran through the heart of Jupiter today, giving some a wait in traffic and a glimpse of the spectacle of the vehicles. WPTV News Channel 5's Matt Sesney, he's live right there along US 1, where he's been there since the start of this day. Matt?
Yeah, Shannon, this was not a typical Tuesday up here in this part of Jupiter. There were a lot of roadblocks for drivers to contend with earlier this afternoon, but they're all gone now. But when everything was happening here, there were a lot of people coming up to us and asking what was happening. And I can tell you, when that motorcade came through here, making the turn from Indiantown Road onto Route 1 North, there was no mistaking what was happening. The president inside one of several dark SUVs with a heavy police escort all the way to the Pelican Club near the Jupiter Lighthouse. And it did make some people here stop and take it all in.
I had heard that Biden was going to be in town today, read it in the paper, and that's all I knew. I don't care. I'm not a political person at all. So
yeah,
just the pomp and circumstance was a little interesting, though.
Yeah, it was. And a lot of people said it was the first time they had seen something like this. Now, she said she has no political preference, but here there were some supporters of President Biden and supporters of Donald Trump out here. But I can tell you, no issues to speak of. Everybody kind of stayed to the sidewalk, and they all went on with their day after the president left here. We're live in Jupiter. Matt Sesney, WPTV News Channel 5.